I think we're ready to begin. Good morning. My name is Howard Elstro. I'm the Director of Public Works for the City of Lima, standing in for Mayor David Berger, who is away on business today. We have quite a crowd of visitors, and we have several stories that we want to relate to the community. I'm going to ask first for the Jefferson Awards people to come up and talk about the initiative for this year. Mr. Tom Hendrickson, I apologize. Would you and your contingent come up and tell us about the program that's in the schedule for this year?
Thank you. Need a lot of moral support here. Good morning, my name is Tom Hendrickson. I'm with your hometown stations as the chair, and I'm also the chair of the Jefferson Awards judging committee this year. It is my pleasure to kick off this year's Jefferson Award for Public Service nomination drive. Our effort is to encourage churches, nonprofit organizations, civic groups, and any organization that is helped by volunteers in their efforts to help honor these volunteers and to that give so much of their time for the community. 8 of the volunteers whose nominations we received will be judged and will receive money actually for their organizations, thanks to former Allen County Commissioner Alberta Lee. And now, out of those 8 volunteers, 1 will be named for a trip to the National Jefferson Awards Banquet in Washington, D.C. Now, the forms can be the nomination forms can be downloaded from the website from your hometown stations, the Lima News, or the United Way. They're printable forms, and they can fill out the forms there and just turn them in by February 26th. And finally, I guess this is the 14th year for the Jefferson Awards campaign. Now I'm going to have everyone from the different sponsors behind me here introduce themselves, and some of the folks may have some remarks as well.
Good morning. My name is Roy Warnock, Vice President of Husky U.S. Refining. We're very proud, Husky is very proud to support the Lima and area community. We're very proud to support all of the areas in which we have operating facilities. We show this support through not only our donations program, but also by supporting our many employees who spend many volunteer hours in the community. We're very proud to support the Jefferson Award initiative to recognize our friends and neighbors who dedicate so much of their time to our great community. When I moved here in 2007, what we noticed about the Lima area community, my wife and I, was the number one thing was the spirit of giving of the individuals in this community, and it's just great, and it's extremely healthy. So best of luck in advance, I guess, to all of those individuals who are nominated to receive the Jefferson Award. Thank you.
My name is Beth Key, and I'm also with Husky Energy. We're proud to be partners of this fabulous award this year, so thanks for inviting us.
Hello, my name is Phil Hain. I'm the CEO of United Way of Greater Lima, and we are also very pleased to be a partner in recognizing volunteers. Volunteers are such a critical asset in our community and also the surrounding counties in which we will hopefully get volunteers. They put hours and hours of work, and they sometimes go unrecognized, and we want to recognize those volunteers who put in hours of their time and energy and their skills, and they are truly an asset to our community. I came across a quote that I thought was quite appropriate. Volunteers are seldom paid, not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. And I think that that is truly, truly true of all our volunteers in our community, that they are priceless, they are a real asset to our community, and through the Jefferson Awards, we really want to recognize all their efforts. So again, we're pleased to be a partner in this effort.
I'm Bill Klinger with the Lima News, and we've been a partner for 13 of the 14 years. This is the 14th year. And basically, I guess my message is all of you sitting here today and everybody that's maybe watching this telecast, is think about someone that's been involved in the community and then someone has made a difference in their community and nominate them. You have some time to get nominated. The actual banquet will be here on March 25th, but you have till February the 26th to send in a nomination form. So as you think about someone, just say, hey, you know what, this would be a great nominee for the Jefferson Award. Over the years, we've had 104 nominees, because every year we nominate 8, and we consider them all to be winners, even though we send one representative to Washington. And each year, having gone through that and also being part of the judges panel, it's very difficult. And even though one ends up going to Washington, we consider all 8 of them to be really winners. So as you set out there today, or as you're watching this, think about someone, think about an organization, and send in a nomination.
I know, last, I'm certainly least. But thanks for your patience. I'm Kevin Creamer with your hometown Lima Stations. I think we can all agree, as people that have lived in this community for a lot of years, that this community has a rich tradition of volunteerism. And I don't think there's a better way to recognize what these people do than the Jefferson Awards. We've been involved since the inception, and we've had great partners with the Lima News as well as the United Way. But entering our 14th year now, I think the campaign needed some new energy, so we got Husky energy. And I can tell you, it was good. It was kind of good. I can tell you, as the current United Way co-chair, this organization, led by Roy Warnock and with the help of Beth Keene, has not only been a linchpin for the United Way campaign, where we truly couldn't do it without them, but they again stepped up to become another partner in another great cause. So I think this community needs to realize we're pretty fortunate to have someone like Husky Energy who's participating not only as employers, but giving back to the community. So that being said, we really appreciate the fact they've stepped in to become the 4th partner, and you'll be seeing a lot of publicity on this whole campaign this year, thanks to Husky. That's all I want to say. Thanks for being our 4th partner.
Thank you. Thank you all. This really is an opportunity to thank those people who make the fabric and quality of our community what it is, and it's a great opportunity for us to recognize all the good works of those many, many people. Next, we have Ms. Jill Ackerman and Chief Heffner to talk about a opportunity. If you would all come up. Oh, excuse me. We're going to play this back for the mayor when he gets back in town. Maybe this will be the last time I'll have this honor. Chief Martin, if you would come up with Ms. Ackerman and explain what this new initiative is for, and you have a whole cadre of guests, and you want to introduce those people.
Yes, indeed. Well, good morning. First of all, it is very exciting to be here this morning to talk about the results of our most recent COPS grant application. We have received an award which is going to allow us to assign a uniformed officer to the Lima City Schools as a school resource officer. Now, the Lima Police Department has long benefited from our partnership with the Lima City Schools. And by creating the school resource officer position, this allows us an opportunity to grow that partnership to a new level that will benefit not only the police department, not only the schools, but will truly benefit the entire community. The SRO's assignment will not only allow for a safer environment for the students and faculty within the schools, but will also allow for building a better relationship between the police department and the young people within our community. Now, Officer Nate Garlock, right there, trying to hide back there, he has been selected to fill that position. The timeline for him to begin his duties within the school is targeted for the spring. Officer Garlock's other duties as a school resource officer will also include acting as a liaison between the schools and the department, working with our juvenile bureau, which is represented here today by Officer Jesse Herod, juvenile investigator, and also as an educational resource within the schools, which I will let Ms. Ackerman talk about in more detail. Right now, I would like to give a little bit more information on Officer Garlock. Nate is a product of Lima and graduated from Lima Central Catholic in 2002. He attended James A. Rhodes State College and completed the law enforcement peace officer basic training there. Nathan was appointed to the Lima Police Department as a patrolman on April 5, 2010. Before joining the LPD, though, he was employed by the Delphus Police Department. Nathan served in the United States Navy on active duty for 4 years as an operations specialist. He was honorably discharged and transferred to the Naval Reserve. His primary specialty was Aegis Console Operator Track. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. He was awarded 2 Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medals, a Navy Good Conduct Medal, and a National Defense Service Medal. Patrolman Garlock and his wife Jenna are the proud parents of 3 sons. Nate also serves as the varsity track coach for Lima Central Catholic School. And with his being a Lima Central Catholic graduate and a Lima Central Catholic coach, one of the things that excites me most about his assignment to the Lima City Schools is that he will also now be able to understand why he should have been a Spartan instead of a Thunderbird. I better be careful about that too, because I'll probably get a lot of hate mail now from all the LCC grads out there. But with that, I would just like to allow Officer Garlock a chance to say a few words.
Morning. Like Chief Mark said, my name is Patrolman Garlock. I'm excited to be the new school resource officer. I think it's going to be a very good opportunity for the police department and city schools to come together. Nothing's perfect. I mean, we all know that there are issues everywhere, especially in the time and day age that we live in. And I think by going after this grant and placing an officer in the schools, we have moved forward with school safety and allowing to start fixing some of those issues, some of those problems, and being able to work better together as a department and a city to make sure that we have a safer environment for our kids at the city school. So I'm excited to get started. I think we can do a lot of good there, and I'm looking forward to it very much so. Thanks.
And since everybody knows that the strongest batter should always bat cleanup, I'm going to now turn it over to Bill Ackerman.
Good morning. We've had a long-standing, strong relationship with the Lima Police Department for many, many years. This is a natural next step in that. School resource officers in the Lima City Schools are actually not new for us. We've had them in the past, and as with everything else in financial times, we have not been able to employ them for several years. We are very happy and fortunate to have this grant coming our way, and we're thinking of the safety and of our students and our whole school community, and we from time to time do revisit the pieces that we have in place, and we look for opportunities to be able to improve our environment and keep things safe for our kids. We know that we have a big job of educating not only our students but our staff on awareness of issues that are happening out there, and always having that awareness around us to keep a safe environment. So I do know that having Nate on board will help us to be able to do that. We feel very fortunate, and we are very grateful to the Lima Police Department for our partnership. Thank you.
Thank you all. It's exciting that we've got this new initiative going on in the schools, and I'm sure we'll. Now, not Chief Martin, but Chief Heffner, would you and your new firefighters come and explain why they're here today?
Thank you, Howard. As an introduction, I'm Chief Mark Heffner, Lima Fire Department, and it is indeed my pleasure and an honor to introduce Lima's newest, they're the newest members of the Lima Fire Department. David Coulter, firefighter paramedic. He's a Lima native. He comes to us with experience from Bath Township Fire Department and Lima Allen County paramedics. Fully trained as a firefighter paramedic, and he's ready to go to work immediately. Nathan Haynes, also a firefighter paramedic. Again, a Lima resident. His experience is with Bath Township Fire Department, Shawnee Township Fire Department, and MedCorps. Again, he brings lots of experience to us, experience we can use and we will utilize. Justin Orfel is the youngest member we have, but still comes to us as a firefighter paramedic with quite a bit of experience with Wapakoneta, Bath Township Fire Department, and Walpock EMS. And I believe he's also worked for Putnam County EMS, so there's a lot of experience behind me. All three of these gentlemen are firefighter paramedics. We're glad to have them on board. They're going to be great additions to the Lima Fire Department. And I can't reiterate enough. We're glad to have them on board, and they're going to be very useful. Jim, would you like to say anything? And they're also very quiet. I think this is going to be very handy. Law Director Tony Geiger has offered to do the oath of office and administer the oath of office for these gentlemen.
Short phrases. Thank you, Chief. Although I have to confess that Chief called me yesterday to do this, begging me because he couldn't find anybody else to do the swearing in with the mayor being out of town. So you have to put up with me. And I have to tell you, last night I told my wife that I was going to do this to try to impress her, but it didn't work. And she lovingly reminded me that these three gentlemen may at one day be the guys who saved my life. I think she meant it as a comment on my advancing years, quite frankly, but she pointed out that with the fire department now moving a lot towards the paramedic service, that indeed these gentlemen and all the other fine members of the fire department are the people in our community that may one day be pounding on our chest or shocking us with those things, or I don't know if they still do mouth-to-mouth or not, but that's a possibility too. So gentlemen, I'm very happy to be the one to swear you in today, and hopefully we will not meet in the course of your business at any time in the near future. I'm going to swear you all in as a group. I'm going to say the word I, and then I'm going to say state your name. You should state your name. Don't repeat, state your name after me, okay? If you raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, David Goldberg.
Jefferson Awards. Do hereby solemnly swear
Hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the laws of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter
and the Charter
and ordinances
and ordinances
of the City of Lima, Ohio,
of the City of Lima, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
perform the duties of my office
perform the duties of my office
as firefighter
as firefighter
for the City of Lima, Ohio.
for the City of Lima, Ohio.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You guys come over here and sign your oaths.
Welcome to the City of Lima employment family, and as already stated, we're looking forward to good things coming from you gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I want to call on Ms. Amy Odum, the Director of DCD, who has some announcements. You know, this time of the year is always difficult. It's difficult due to the cold temperatures, and this season we've had much more snow than we typically have in most winters, and that's going to bring forth some comments from Ms. Odum about how we can make our community better than it is.
Thank you, Mr. Elstro. Our property maintenance inspectors have been at previous press conferences reminding the city citizens about our snow ordinances. As we all know, it has been a long, and it appears to be going to be an even longer period of low temperatures, snow, and just a pretty heavy winter for the Lima area. I want to remind, for the last time, the City of Lima residents do need to remove snow and ice from their sidewalks within 4 hours of daylight after the snow stops. This is a requirement not only for your personal property, but if you own property anywhere in Lima, be it a vacant lot, be it a commercial building, we are asking that you pay attention to the sidewalks and have that ice and snow removed. Particularly in the areas of the Lima City Schools and in business areas, we've been receiving a lot of complaints and requests. Due to that, we are putting the City of Lima on notice that we will be beginning to start issuing notices of violation in areas of path of travels to schools and in commercial areas if snow is not removed in a timely manner. If you have not received a violation in the past, you may receive a notice of warning, but if there have been violations issued at that property for snow violations in the past, you may receive a direct notice of violation. The City of Lima does not have authority to remove that snow. All we can do is send you a notice, and there is a civil penalty that will accompany that. So again, in the best interest of the children of Lima, in the best interest of the persons with disabilities and other pedestrians, we are please asking that you do pay attention to snow as it falls on any property that you own, especially in the areas of the schools and in the business districts. So thank you for your cooperation, and stay warm. It's going to be, in checking with different weather sources, it's going to continue to snow and continue to have low temperatures, but our children and our pedestrians do need to be able to move safely within the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a way that we all can be good neighbors, as well as it is a kind thing to do. There are so many people trying to use sidewalks and trying to keep our kids safe and out of the streets. We need to clear our sidewalks of snow and ice. We have with us today Mr. Jerry Felter, who is going to talk to us, give us an update about the Blues Fest.
Blues in the school.
Blues in the school. Blues Fest will come later.
We've already done that a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, Howard. As he said, my name is Pickle, and I was here a couple of weeks ago letting folks know about our Blues in the School program. But unfortunately, that Sunday after the 1st, we got that big dump of snow, and then the temperatures just went sub-zero. Schools were canceled for 3 days, even on the 4th day, 2-hour delay. Our artist, Justin Johnson, was stranded in Alabama, so we had to postpone it. And since talking with him after that, his schedule was such he was unable to be able to come. So we reached out, and we got another young, very talented cigar box musician coming, and he will be here next week, beginning Monday. I'll be taking him over to Liberty Arts Magnet School, where he will be teaching 48 students who have built their own 3-string fretless cigar box guitars back in December. He'll be teaching them this coming week how to play them. Also, Wednesday of next week, a week from tonight at 7 o'clock, we partnered up again with the Allen County Historical Society, and Reed Turchi will be doing a 1-hour free concert, open to the public, so I invite you all to come on out. And that pretty much covers that. So.
That covers that, but where do the funds come from to pay for the artists and residents and associated?
I'm being fed lines here, folks. Our annual fundraiser, Pickle's Blues Extravaganza, and I'm happy to report that one sponsor, Husky, refinery here in town, is one of our main sponsors, and we do a 2-night event in Memorial Hall. We do 2 blues bands each night. That'll be coming up March 7th and 8th. Friday night, we got 2 bands coming from the Chicago area. Saturday night, we got a band coming from Mississippi, and the other band out of Florida. And all the funds that we earn from those 2 nights go back to the kids in our schools by way of music scholarships, by our week-long Blues in the School program that we're having next week, and the artist in residency programs that the Lima City Schools has. So all fun times, and like I said, next Wednesday evening, come on out and hear a guy that can play a cigar box guitar. I'm telling you, he can make it sing like a little girl. He can make it scream like a woman ought.
Thank you. It really is typically that concert, the free concert this coming Wednesday, is a great opportunity to get out of the house for a couple hours and see some talent that you typically won't see in this part of Allen County or Ohio. And again, the Blues Festival is completely staffed by volunteers. All proceeds beyond expenses go to those efforts that Pickle has just described to us. It all goes back to the kids, educating our kids, widening their horizons in the field of music and arts. Lastly, we have Dave Adams, who is going to come up and tell us about...
Public officials dialogue.
Yes, but what number public officials dialogue? 113. Give us the details.
Good morning. In April 2003, we held the first of many dialogue lunches for public officials here in Allen County. We are continuing that tradition next Wednesday, a week from today, at 12 o'clock until 1 o'clock at the Chamber of Commerce, Suite 100 on the first floor. We are hosted at that building by both the Chamber and the Allen Economic Development Group. All public officials, elected, appointed, and self-appointed, I suppose, are welcome. These events are open to the public. We ask for a $5 donation to help cover the cost of lunch, and the program is always the same. 15 minutes or so for schmoozing around and getting your lunch, and then a brief introductory comment, usually from David Adams, and then a brief 5 to 7 minute keynote remarks, this time from Michael Schoenhofer, Mental Health and Recovery Services. He will be addressing the subject that will also be the subject of our dialogue that follows his keynote remarks. How can we begin the new year on a positive note, speaking now about mental health and all of that kind of thing. So I'm inviting all of the public officials and other interested parties to let us know you are coming so we can order enough lunches. And you can do that by calling the Allen Economic Development Group or the Chamber of Commerce. Wednesday, January 29th, a week from today, 12 to 1 o'clock at the Chamber of Commerce. This is, as I mentioned, the 113th, thus far, altercation-free dialogue lunch for Allen County public officials. Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. That is the last presenter at the Mayor's Press Conference for this Wednesday. Mayor Berger should be back here to MC next week, and you will not have to tolerate me. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, you did one.
Small models live by. I'm good, yeah, I got, you guys all speak. She's good.
Oh, no, you're good. You guys are good. You have and then who's the spokesman for Jefferson? John's chair. Okay. You are the chair.
Yeah, you know, that's why
Yeah. Come here, Tom. Oh, where'd Tom go? I'm like, well, where did she go? Little girl, you.